Jnanakosha, Puranas, Introduction.
सर्गच्च प्रतिसर्गच्च वंशो मन्वन्तराणि च वंशानुचरितं चैव पुराणं पञ्चलक्षणम्.
Vishnu Purana, Part 2. Description of Priyavrata's lineage. Maitreya says, O sage, now I wish to hear the description of the lineage of Priyavrata, who was the son of Swayambhu Manu. Parashar says, Priyavrata was married to the daughter of sage Kardam. They had 2 daughters and 10 sons. 3 of his sons, Medha, Agnibahu and Putra, knew everything about their previous births. Hence they did not take any interest in royal luxuries. The remaining 7 sons received the domain of 7 parts of the earth from their father, Priyavrata, who then had taken to penance at a greatly sacred place named Shalagram. Among the 8 Vasus, one was Hema. Merudevi was his wife. They had a son, Rishabh. Rishabh had 100 sons, among which Bharata was the eldest. When he grew old, Rishabh transformed the owners of his kingdom on his eldest son Bharata and himself took to penance in the forest. Since then, this landmass that stretches from the snowy peaks of Himalayas to the splashing Indian Ocean is known as Bharatavarsha. Bharata had a religious-minded son, Sumati. Indradyumna was the son of Sumati. Indradyumna's son was Parameshthi. After him, the lineage of Priyavrata continued as follows: Pratihara, Pratiharta, Bhava, Udgita, Prashtava, Prithu, Nakha, Gaya, Nar, Virat, Mahavira, Dhiman, Mahant, Manasu, Swasta, Viraj, Raj, Satyajit. Satyajit had 100 sons whose descendants populated the earth. They divided Bharatavarsha into 9 parts. Geographical description. The earth has 7 great islands: Jambu, Palaksha, Stamali, Kusha, Prauncha, Shaki and Pushkar. These are surrounded by oceans having saline water, sugarcane juice, wine, ghee, curd, milk and sweet water respectively. Jambu Dvipa is situated at the center. Situated at the center of Jambu Dvipa is Golden Sumeru mountain, which is 84,000 yojanas. Situated at the center of Jambu Dvipa is Golden Sumeru mountain, Himalayas, which is 84,000 yojanas high. Towards the south of Sumeru are Himavan, Hemakut and Nishad mountains. Towards its north are Neel and Sringhi mountains. All these mountains are 2,000 yojanas high with similar expansion. Towards the south of Sumeru mountains, Bharatavarsha is the first landmass, followed by the Kimpurusha and Harivarsha. In the north of Sumeru mountain, Ramayak is the first landmass, followed by Hiranyamai and Uttara Kuruvarsha. All these landmasses have expansion of 9,000 yojanas. At the center of these landmasses is Ilavrita Varsha that bears Sumeru mountain. On the 4 sides of Sumeru mountain are 4 smaller mountains that seem to support the massive Sumeru. Among these 4 mountains, Mandarcha mountain is in the east and in the south is Gandhamadan. Vipul is in the west and Suparsh is in the north. All these 4 mountains are 10,000 yojanas high and have lofty trees of Chadamba, Jambu, Peepal and Banyan. Because of abundance of Jambu trees, this land became to be known as Jambudvipa. It bears big fruits which scatter all around upon falling on the earth. Their juice gives rise to the river Jambu. It is said that its water is capable of keeping demerits like sweat, foul smell, old age, and loss of senses away from the drinker. When the juice of this fruit dries, it leaves the soil golden in color. Towards the east of Sumeru mountain is Bhadravarsha, and towards the west is Ketu Malvarsha. Midway between the two is Ilavarith Varsha. On the eastern side of Meru mountain is the forest of Chitrarath. In the south is Gandhamadan, and in the west is Vaibhraja, and towards the north is the forest named Nandan. Mount Sumeru also holds 4 holy lakes named Arunodaya, Mahabhadra, Asitoda and Manas. Shitmabha, Kumud, Kukri, Malevan, Vaikant are some of the peaks situated towards the eastern side of Sumer. Towards the southern side are the peaks of Trikut, Shishir, Patang, Ruchak and Nishad. In the west are situated peaks of Shikshavasa, Vaidurya, Kapila, Gandhamadhan and Jaruthi. And in the north are situated the peaks of Shakutu, Rishab, Han, Nag and Kalan. Above the Mount Meru is situated Brahmapuri of Brahma, which has an expansion of 14,000 yojanas. The Ganges that rises from the feet of Lord Vishnu circles the lunar sphere before falling in Brahmapuri. Then it divides into 4 rivers, Sita, Chakshu, Alakananda and Bhadra, that flow into 4 directions. The land masses of Bharata, Ketumal, Bhadrashva and Kuru appear like lotus leaf in shape. Among all the peaks that surround Mount Meru are present beautiful caves. There also exist beautiful towns and gardens. In these towns are situated beautiful temples of Lakshmi, Vishnu, Agni and Surya. Ravines of these mountains are populated by Gandharvas, Rakshasas, Yaksha and Danavas. Besides them, scores of religious people also live there. Lord Vishnu stays as Hayagriva, human figure with horse head, form in Bhadravarsha. In Ketuvarsha he is in boar form, and in Bhadravarsha he stays in turtle form. In Kuruvarsha Lord Vishnu stays as fish. Thus Lord Vishnu is present everywhere. People of these 8 land masses are free from all kinds of sorrow, pain, emotions, hunger, and lead a healthy and rich life that extends up to 10 or 12,000 years. All these land masses have 7 indigenous mountains, each from which hundreds of rivers rise. Division of Bharata and other land masses. The land masses that is present between Himalayas and the ocean is known as Bharata. It has an expansion of 9,000 yojanas. It is populated by the descendants of Bharata. It has 7 native mountains: Mahendra, Malaya, Sahaya, Shuktiman, Riksha, Vindhya and Pariyarta. Bharatavarsha has 9 divisions named Indradvip, Kaseru, Tamrapan, Gamasthiman, Nagadvip, Saumya, Gandharva, Varuna and Yahadvip, which is surrounded by the sea and has an expansion of 1,000 yojanas. In the eastern part of Bharata live Kirat, whereas in the western part live Yavans. In the mid part of Bharata live population of Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras who pass their lives engaged in works ascribed to their respective class. Rivers in India from the Himalayas rise Shatudri and Bhaga rivers. From Pariyartha mountain rise Veda and Smriti rivers. Narmada and Susurva rivers rise from Vindhyachal, Tapi, Payokshani and Nirvindhya rivers rise from Riksha mountain. Godavari, Bhimarati and Krishnaveli rivers rise from Sahaya mountain. Kritamala and Tamrapani rivers rise from Malayachal. Trisama and Aryakulya rivers rise from Mahendragiri. Rishikulya and Kumari rivers rise from Shuktaman mountain. All these rivers have scores of other branches and tributaries. 4 yugas, namely Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga, descend on Bharatavarsha. In Bharatavarsha, sages observe penance to attain better life in another world. People organize yajnas and offer donations to the Brahmins respectively. In Jambudvipa, Lord Vishnu is worshipped in yajnas. Bharatavarsha is the land par excellence in Jambudvipa, for it is a land of action. Soul passes through millions of births, only then it finds a chance to take birth in Bharatavarsha, when its pious deeds accumulate to a certain extent. Even the gods envy those people who take birth in Bharatavarsha. People in Bharatavarsha act without a desire to get fruits from their action. They dedicate their whole action to Lord Vishnu and ultimately mingle with him. Description of other dvipas. Palaksha Dvipa has an expansion of 2 lakh yojanas. Its rulers, Meghatiti, had 7 sons: Shantaya, Shishir, Shukhodaya, Ananda, Shiva, Kemar and Dhruva. Those 7 princes later on came to rule Palakshadweep. Hence Palakshadweep had 7 divisions named after these 7 princes. 7 mountains mark the boundaries of Palakshadweep. These are Gomad, Chandra, Narada, Dundubhi, Shobhak, Sumana and Vaibhraja. People of Palakshadweep live long and pleasant life. 7 rivers, namely Anutapa, Shikshi, Vipaksha, Tridiva, Akalama, Amrita and Sukrita flow in Palakshadweepa. In all the islands from Palakshadweepa to Shakadweepa, only Treta Yuga stays. Palakshatri, Pakat, bound in Palakshadweepa. Lord Vishnu is worshipped there as Soma. Shalamadweepa. Vayushman was the ruler of Shalamadweepa. He too had 7 sons: Shwet, Harit, Jibhut, Rohit, Vaidyhut, Manas and Supraha. Hence Shalamdweep was also divided into 7 divisions named after these princes. A sea of sugar cane juice surrounds this island. Shalamadweep has 7 mountains which are the sources of all the gemstones. 7 rivers flow in Shalamadweep. These rivers contain innumerable kinds of medicinal herbs. Lord Vishnu is worshipped there in Vayu form. Because of the abundance of Semul trees, this island came to be known as Shalamadweep. A sea of wine surrounds this island. Kushadweep. The ruler of Kushadweep, Jyotishman, had 7 sons. Their names were Venuman, Vairut, Lambhan, Grihati, Prabhakar and Kapila. The division of this island were named after them. This island too has 7 mountains and 7 rivers. Lord Vishnu is worshipped here in Janardhan form. Because of abundance of Kusha grass, this island is known as Kushadweep. A sea of ghee surrounds this island. Kronchadweep. The ruler of Kronchadweep, Juktiman, had 7 sons named Kushal: Mandak, Ushan, Pivar, Andhakarak, Muni and Dudhubi. Hence the 7 divisions of this island were named after these penance. This island too has 7 mountains and 7 main rivers with hundreds of small rivers and tributaries. Lord Vishnu is worshipped here in Rudra form through yagas. A sea of way surrounds this island. Shakadvip, the ruler of Shakadvip, Bhavya, also had 7 sons named Jalada, Kumar, Sukumar, Marichak, Kutumad, Maudaki, and Mahadrum. Hence, the 7 divisions of this island were named after these princes. This island too has 7 mountains and 7 holy rivers. Lord Vishnu is worshipped here in Surya form. Because of an abundance of shakha trees, this island got its name. A sea of milk surrounds this island. Pushkaradvip. This is the largest among all the 7 islands. Its ruler Savan had 2 sons, Mahavir and Dhadaki. Hence this island has 2 divisions, Mahavir Khand and Dhadaki Khand. A huge mountain named Mansotra is situated at the center of this great island. Brahma stays on a huge banyan tree in this island. A sea of sweet water surrounds this island. Description of nether worlds. Earth's total height is 70,000 yojanas. In her depth are situated 7 nether worlds with a depth of 10,000 yojanas each respectively. Names of these 7 nether worlds are Atal, Vital, Nital, Gamasthiman, Mahatal, Sutal, and Patal. These nether worlds have beautiful palaces and have lands which are white, black, red, and yellow in color with gravel, rocky, and golden soil. Scores of races including Danava, Daitya, Yaksha, and Nagas live there. Once upon a time, Narada visited these nether worlds. When he returned to heaven, he told the people there that the nether worlds was more beautiful than heaven. He told them that ornaments of the Nagas contained precious gemstones, and the women folk of Daityas and Danavas were an attraction even for the gods. The sun was illuminating in the nether worlds but not scorching. Similarly, the moon only shone there but did not cause bitter cold. Beneath the nether worlds is situated an idealized form of Lord Vishnu. It is known as Shesh. Even the demons and giants cannot describe his virtues. He has thousands of hoods, each carrying a bright gemstone that illuminates the azimuths. In the presence, the demons lose their strength. His eyes are red and he wears an earring, crown, garland, and blue length of cloth. Bearing the flow of Ganges, he stays like the Kailash mountain. At the end of the Kalpa, poisonous sun emanates from his thousands of hoods and destroys all the 3 worlds, taking the form of Rudra named Shankarshana. Nobody can find the ends of his virtues, hence he is known as Ananta. Description of hells. Beneath the earth and water are situated the hells into which the sinners are thrown. Raurava, Shukar, Rodha, Tal, Vishan, Mahajwal, Taptakum, Lavan, Vilohit, Rudra, Rambha, Vaitarani, Krimish, Krimi, Bhojan, Astavaranam, Krishna, Labha, Ksham, Darun, Piyushva, Pap, Vahini, Jal, Andha, Shir, Sandash, Kolastra, Tama, Avichi, Swabhojan, Apradhishti, and Aparachit are the main hells. These are all under the domain of Yamaraj. Those who give false witness are known into Raurava well, and they are thrown there. Those who will kill unborn babies and cows are destroyed. The villages fall into Rodha hell. Those who drink wine, kill Brahman, or steal gold fall into Shukra hell. Those who kill Kshatriya and Vaishya fall into Tal hell. Those who copulate with teacher's wife or their own sister fall into Tattakumbha hell. Those who sell women and hearts fall in Tattaloha hell. Those who copulate with their daughter or daughter-in-law fall into Mahajwal hell. Those who criticize the teachers and the Vedas or sell Vedas fall into Lavan hell. Those who violate social norms fall into Vilohit hell, and those who envy the gods, the Brahmins and their parents fall into Krimbhi Bhaksha hell. Those who dine first even before the parents, the gods and the guests fall into Lala Bhaksha hell. Those who manufacture arrows fall in Videga hell. Those who manufacture swords fall in Vishan hell. Backbiters, killers of friends and sellers of wine fall in Rudhi Randha hell. Destroyers of yajna and villages fall in Vaitharani hell. Thus the sinners have to suffer scores of tortures in these and many other hells. These sinners, after passing their lives in the hell, take birth as worms, aquatic animals and birds, terrestrial animals, human beings, religious people. Only those sinners who do not expiate for their sins fall into the hell. Our sages have made provisions of expiation for those sinners who feel guilty in their consciousness after committing their sins. Remembrance of Lord's name is in itself the greatest expiation. Remembrance of Lord's name any time in life destroys all the previous sins instantaneously. Hence, recitation of Vasudeva's name is sure way of attaining salvation. Thus, those who recite and remember Lord Vishnu's name never fall in any hell because their sins have been destroyed. Anything where one feels pleasant is heaven and opposite of it is hell. Description of celestial worlds. Maitreya says, O Brahman, kindly narrate how about the celestial worlds and the position of stars and planets there. Parashar says, at a height of 1,00,000 yojanas above the earth is the sphere of the sun. 1,00,000 yojanas above it is the sphere of the moon, and 1,00,000 yojanas above it is the sphere of the stars. At a height of 2,00,000 yojanas above the sphere of stars is Budh, Mercury, and 2,00,000 yojanas above it is Shukra. Above Venus are Mangal, Brihaspati, and Shani at respective heights of 2,00,000 yojanas. Each 1,000 yojanas above the Saturn is Saptarishi, and 1,00,000 yojanas above it is the sphere of Dhruva. It appears as the center of the bright ring. 1 crore yojanas above Dhruva is Maharloka, where sages like Bhrigu, etc. live. 2 crore yojanas above Maharloka is Janaloka, where Brahma's son Shanakadhi Kumars live. At a height of 8,00,000 yojanas above Janaloka is Tapaloka, live deities named Vairaj who are never consigned to flame. 12 crore yojanas above Tapaloka is Satyaloka, which is also known as Brahmaloka. Only immortal beings live here. Order of the sun, stars and constellations.